Monday. When the body is changing.
Monday have always been difficult for me. Oh no. We are taking a test in science. My hair is awful. I don't like anything on me lately. My breasts are growing bigger, but I still don't feel like a woman. I don't have any curves like other girls in class. My mom still believes I'm a child. Why on earth did she take me to the doctor? For the white fluid coming from my vagina? Didn't she know that it was normal? The doctor reassured us and talked about hormonal changes. I wonder whether these changes result in having the period. I didn't know how to ask.
That's right. Hormonal changes result in having the period.
Where does blood come from?
It comes from the uterus.
All these questions again. There is no end to all that. Oh. I'll keep Lena waiting. Lena seems to be confident. She looks more like a woman. And feels fine in her body. And she is just 2 months older than me. What is going on? Why am I different from Lena?
To put it simply, the time when a girl becomes a woman varies.
I've got to meet Lena at the park. Oh my god, the test. It's my worst day. I've got the period pains. We've got a test in science and it's Monday.
The same. Today, though. I'm lucky not to have my period. When it comes, it lasts for 6 very tough.
6 days? It is normal to have it for so many days.
What about you? How long does the period last?
2 or 3 days. That's much better, but should I see a doctor?
The length of the period is different from one woman to another.
Do you remember what we've read
about the science test? No.
Come on, I'm talking about that newspaper article on babies. It said that when a girl starts having her period, she can have a baby.
What do you mean?
You can be a mother, for God's sake.
Me, mother? I still don't know Laplace laws. Here we are. Although I hadn't studied much, I was quite lucky with the questions. How did it go?
Okay, I suppose. I've talked to Dinos, too.
He's a nice guy and good at science. 2 in 1.
Do you know if the library is open? I'm still thinking about what we said on the way to school. Let's go and get a book that can answer my questions.
Okay. Let's go now. We are not going to have the next class. Here. Look what it says. Menstrual period, the sign that the ovaries have started producing hormones and eggs.
Do swollen breasts and vaginal discharge mean the same?
Right. Breasts get swollen and there is vaginal discharge.
How are these hormones called?
Estrogen and progesterone.
Do you remember having your period at irregular intervals at the start?
What had happened then?
My cycle was not stable.
Do you mean by cycle the time span from the first day with blood discharge until the next period?
That's right.
This time span varies from 26 to 32 days. Here is the answer to our question. During the mid-cycle phase, the follicle bursts open and the matured egg cell is released and the corpus luteum is formed.
But this happens in the middle of the cycle. And the period?
Don't you get it? If the egg cell is not fertilized, it is absorbed and the period comes next. You need some tutoring not only in science.
With so many hormones in my body, it looks more or less like science. It's incredible what happens inside us.
And it's not all. Look what it says here. That in the second half of the cycle that corpus luteum produces another hormone called progesterone.
Nice word for hangman. Tell me, Mom, don't you find me plain and lanky lately?
What are you talking about? You're a fine kid.
Kid again. I'm growing up, haven't you seen it? But with pimply skin and hormones that have gone nuts.
You are going through a period of transition. We've already said that. Sooner or later things will take their course.
But I feel embarrassed. I want to hide and not have to go anywhere. There are times I wish I'd be invisible to people around me. How can I improve the way I...
You need to feel well in your body. In a little while everything is going to go back to normal. How did your science test go?
Are you more interested in science than...
Okay, I get it.
Wow, you get it and you know everything. Can't you see that I'm done?
You are simply growing up. I know it is difficult, but a lot of beautiful things begin for you, and you should stop being self-conscious and negative.
What are the beautiful things, Mom? Tests and exams? Huh, leave me alone. This feeling again. I'm growing up, I can feel it. I might not be so much worried. It's not the end of the world. My mom says that beautiful things wait me. However, I feel that these things are not coming and everything around me is dragging me behind. I want to revolt. I want to make people notice me, show that I'm special, that I'm strong. This is what I'll do. I'll try to be a responsible person, learn more. I wouldn't like to do something that may offend me, and the people that I love. Oh dear, I've got so much studying to do, and it's already late. There must be something in so many written pages.
Tuesday. When a boy and a girl meet.
Have you still got yesterday's thirst for learning?
It's funny, but some things start making sense. I've got some other concerns, though. I think that I like him or something like that.
Oh.
Aren't you going to ask me who?
Banderas?
No.
DiCaprio?
George.
George who?
George in the other class. Your cousin Costy's friend.
I like that.
Do you like him, too?
No, you silly. I like the idea. It'll be fun. What are we going to do?
I don't know if he likes me and I.
What would you like?
I'd like us to be a couple, and go out. I think that if it works, I'll be the happiest girl in the world, and I'm not going to fight with my mom all the time. What do you think?
I'll help you, that's for sure. I'm not experienced in this kind of things, but I'll do my best. This is what friends are for, aren't they? What's going on?
Lena, the lads.
What's up, girls?
Everything fine. How are you, Costy? What are you doing here in the schoolyard?
It's our training with the school team.
Why don't we all go and have lunch at my mom's house? You know how well she cooks, and she'll be glad to see you again. We'll say our news, as well.
I'm not sure. I've got a lot of homework for tomorrow. I'll think about it, and tell you when we finish school in the afternoon.
Oh, he's tough. I can't believe he said I think about it. Let's call my mom and ask her to cook something, before he finds out that I'm lying.
He hasn't shown any interest, Lena. There is no hope for me.
We'll see. I've told you. My plan was really clever.
I shake in my shoes.
What are you saying over there? Are you talking secrets?
Ahem,
We're talking about homework.
Costy, why don't we move on a little faster? I need to buy some bread. We'll meet the others at the corner.
Okay.
Have you got much homework for tomorrow?
Quite a lot, but I'm happy to spend the afternoon with you.
What do you do in your free time?
You know, some music, a little basketball, PC games. What about you?
More or less the same.
Are you playing games on the PC?
Every now and then I like the cinema a lot. Do you?
On Saturday night, popcorn, a horror film, super.
Only horror films? You know, there is a film I'd very much like to watch. Would you like to go together on Friday?
With Lena and Costas.
My suggestion is for 2 people. Think about it and tell me tomorrow at school.
Okay, look, the others are coming.
Wednesday. Questions asking for answers.
Someone must help me. Why not my language teacher? I feel closer to her. She'll understand me. I hope that she will have free time for me. I can see her over there. Come on, Anna, you've had harder times.
My dear Anna, I'm so glad that you confide your thoughts to me.
It helps me a lot that you can understand me. It hasn't been easy. I've got so many questions.
You can ask me anything. Your class will do the sexual education course with me, anyway.
You mean that we'll learn about all these things at school? I think that it is something.
It is something necessary for our life, but we need to be well informed and responsible, just as for all the other important things in life. So, what do you want to know?
Miss, it's not easy for me. Why do we crave for love?
In order to express our love, and have children.
And if a couple thinks that it's early to have children?
You are talking about contraception then.
I've got a lot of questions. When does a woman get pregnant?
A woman usually gets pregnant at a particular point of her cycle.
And how can you know when that particular moment comes?
We're going to look into all this during the sexual education course.
I've got so many questions that need to be answered.
It is very important to know about all these things. When I was your age, all this was forbidden, even at the level of information. And this is dangerous. A lot of diseases are spread by sexual intercourse. They're called sexually transmitted infections.
I often hear about AIDS. A friend of my sister's got suddenly sick. I don't know any details, just that she got infected by her boyfriend. Now she has stopped her university studies, and she's always in and out of hospital.
This is what spoils the magic we were talking about.
Anna, okay. We are going to cinema on Friday.
Friday. End of story.
I thought you'd never come.
I thought that Friday would never come.
It's Friday, all right.
And I'm here. Shall we go in?
Yes, I've got the tickets.
Oh, why did you pay?
Just a little gift for our first date.
Okay. Next time, it will be on me.